Does your enemy have a face? We live in a society where if people commit crimes, they stand in front of our judicial system, and if found guilty, they pay the appropriate punishment for their crime. So we often put faces with bad or evil things we see happening in our society today, whether it's in the workplace, in our social atmosphere, or what we see on social media, news outlets, national, local, whatever it is. We typically assign faces with those activities. But if we look at the Bible, Paul tells us in Ephesians 6:12 that our enemy is not flesh and blood. Our enemy is actually the rulers and authorities of darkness. Our enemy is Satan. Our enemy are demonic forces. Our enemy is this spiritual warfare that's happening around us that we don't even know. I read a book back when I was younger by Frank Peretti called This Present Darkness, I believe was the name. It was the first time I was exposed to spiritual warfare and could actually see kind of what was happening around us. Now, it's Christian fiction, so it's a made up story, but it has biblical themes and biblical facts that are intertwined within it. So it was a really interesting book that opened up my eyes. And it referenced something what Paul was saying, that our enemy is actually that spiritual warfare, the things that we don't see. It reminds me of a story back in 2 Kings chapter 6, when Elisha was in the city with a servant. He had told something bad to a king that the king didn't like. So the king had sent all these forces to the city, to surround the city, to take Elisha captive. When the servant woke up, he looked out, he saw everybody surrounding the city. He woke up Elisha, said, "What are we going to do? Look, everyone's here. They're all surrounding us. We're doomed." And Elisha says, "What are you worried about? We have more on our side than they have on theirs." And then he prayed for God to open the eyes of the servant, and the servant could see up on the mountains and everywhere around all these chariots of fire of angels that were there to protect them. Sometimes we don't see what's out there to protect us, and sometimes we don't see what's out there that's attacking us. And that is our true enemy. So, what I challenge you with this week is, when you're having things happen in the office, when you're having things happen in your social life, when you're having things you see on the news, you see what's going on, I want you to look at what's behind the face, because God loves every person the same. He loves the person. Look behind the face at this, at Satan and the demon things that are happening behind the scenes that are causing these things to happen, because that is our true enemy, and that is what we need to be praying about. I'll talk to you again soon.